Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are unpacking something absolutely massive, the ultimate blueprint of human ambition. We're going to dive into how ancient builders, who had just a tiny fraction of the tech we have today, somehow engineered the literally impossible all over the globe. We're looking at monuments that didn't just define their eras, they completely defied time itself.
So, we're doing a world tour today of 7 incredible wonders spanning across 4 different continents. And, while the geography, the cultures, and the materials change dramatically from place to place, as you'll see, they all share this one enduring legacy of just sheer willpower and unprecedented ambition. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, Ambition in the East, the Great Wall of China. To defend against nomadic invasions, ancient engineers built a colossal fortress. 21,000. That is the staggering number of kilometers of undulating earth, brick, and stone snaking over these rugged mountain peaks. And what makes this so mind-boggling is the time frame. This wasn't just a quick building project. It was constructed across 2 millennia, starting all the way back in the 3rd century BC and going right through to the Ming Dynasty in the 17th century.
Now, you've probably heard the popular myth that the Great Wall is visible from the moon with a naked eye. As cool as that sounds, it's actually just not true. But the reality? Well, it's a lot heavier and grounded in tragedy. It's often nicknamed the longest cemetery on Earth because the true cost of this defensive marvel was paid by millions of soldiers, peasants, and workers who labored and ultimately died under incredibly brutal conditions to secure those northern borders. Moving right along to Section 2. Carved from the earth, the hidden city of Petra. So to really understand Petra, we have to look at the brilliant minds behind it, the Nabatean Empire. Established by the 4th century BC, this wasn't just some hidden fortress. It was a wealthy, vital trade hub bustling with merchants dealing in frankincense, myrrh, and spices. Imagine trying to engineer a bustling metropolis in the barren Arabian desert today. They did it thousands of years ago. And to survive and actually thrive in that environment, they engineered highly advanced water conservation systems using complex dams and aqueducts. But what is really fascinating is their construction process. The Nabateans didn't stack stones from the ground up like, traditional builders. They literally surveyed the vibrant red desert cliffs and carved their magnificent structures directly downward, top to bottom, straight out of the mountain faces. It's just a stunning reversal of typical engineering. All right, Section 3, Spectacles in Stone. We're heading to Rome for the Colosseum. Picture this. The year is 80 AD. Emperor Titus is in charge, and up to 80,000 spectators could pack into this massive oval amphitheater. It was the ultimate ancient symbol of imperial power and, frankly, brutal entertainment. And seating wasn't a free-for-all. Crowds were seated strictly by their social status to watch horrific spectacles, from deadly gladiatorial combats to wild animal hunts, and even mock sea battles. But the real architectural genius was completely hidden from those 80,000 screaming fans. Beneath the wooden arena floor lay the hypogeum. This was a complex, 2-story underground network of tunnels, cages, and mechanical lifts. This hidden staging area let the ancient Romans terrifyingly surprise the roaring crowds by instantly popping gladiators and beasts onto the stage as if by magic. Next up, Section 4, the Mesoamerican Marvels. Let's look at Chichen Itza. Deep in the jungles of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula sits El Castillo, a booming pre-Columbian step pyramid that brilliantly illustrates highly advanced physical timekeeping. Actually, scratch that. It's more like a dual sensory calendar. Visually, because the Maya were master astronomers, during the spring and autumn equinoxes, the setting sun casts a shadow that looks exactly like a slithering serpent crawling down the steps to join a stone snakehead at the base. And acoustically, get this, if you clap your hands at the bottom, the echo perfectly mimics the chirp of the sacred quetzal bird. It is an absolute masterpiece of multi-sensory engineering. On to Section 5, Mountain Fortresses and Shifting Stones. We are talking about Machu Picchu. Hidden 2,400 meters high above the clouds in the 15th century Andes sits Machu Picchu, the royal estate for the Inca Emperor Pachacuti. This place is a true testament to mind-bending precision. The Incas used something called ashlar masonry, where they cut massive granite stones with such exacting precision that they fit together perfectly without a single drop of mortar. It's so tight that not even a knife blade can pass between these interlocking blocks. So the crucial point here is how these ancient builders handled severe environmental threats. In earthquake-prone Peru, those mortar-free stones at Machu Picchu were actually designed to dance or bounce during tremors and then just settle right back into place. Meanwhile, across the world in India, the Taj Mahal solved a similar problem. Its minarets lean slightly outward, engineered specifically so they would fall safely away from the central dome in a quake. Literally back-to-back engineering genius across continents. Which perfectly bridges us to Section 6, Monuments of Devotion, the Taj Mahal. Notice the breathtaking shift in ambition here. We've been looking at massive walls for defense and arenas for brutal spectacle, but on the banks of the Yamuna River, Emperor Shah Jahan commissioned this ivory-white marvel in 1632 out of absolute pure love, to house the tomb of his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal. It was a staggering artistic undertaking. Over 20,000 artisans crafted this mausoleum from pure white marble, meticulously inlaying 28 different types of precious and semi-precious stones sourced from all across Asia. They use the intricate Petra technique, which, if you think about it, is essentially painting with carved stone. And finally, Section 7, a universal symbol, Christ the Redeemer. Taking our final leap across the globe over to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, we find an Art Deco monument sitting 700 meters atop Corcovado Mountain. Completed in 1931, this colossal statue of Jesus Christ stands with his arms outstretched in peace over the city. The statue itself is an imposing 30 meters tall, made entirely of reinforced concrete, and that doesn't even count its massive pedestal. But, existing atop a 700-meter peak comes with a pretty intense battle against nature. Even monumental symbols of faith must be engineered to survive. Because of its extreme location, the statue takes on heavy winds and is actually struck by lightning multiple times every single year. To defy this harsh weather, the exterior is covered in a mosaic of thousands of triangular soapstone tiles that resist cracking, though it for sure still requires ongoing maintenance to its fingers and crown to this day. We have seen some absolutely incredible ambition today, from defensive walls built over millennia and arenas of deadly spectacle to mountain fortresses that literally dance in earthquakes, and brilliant marble monuments of love, all engineered to push the very boundaries of what humans can achieve. So I've got to ask, as nature continues to test these marbles, which of these incredible blueprints of human ambition do you think will outlast us all? Thanks so much for diving into this explainer with me. Keep exploring our shared history, and I'll catch you on the next one.